I'm gonna defer to Sam.
Juwan, you've been in the TBT for, this is your third run now. What's the experience of the tournament like? You've played in a lot of different leagues and competitions. How does this one stand out?
Well, the tournament it's a lot different than any other league or anything, just because it's like win or go home. So, I guess you could kind of compare it to like playoff situation, but it just puts importance on every game. You can't really go out there and have a bad game. You got to be clicking on all cylinders and got to have a little bit of luck on your side too. So, it's tough, but it's exciting.
Again, year three. How have you guys meshed as a team? Obviously, you guys play in the summer all the time. We know that. And what kind of a team should we expect this year?
Well, I know that I know KJ's putting the team together, but all of us, we all know the importance of competing, especially in a situation like this. So with the roster, we know that we'll have guys that compete. We'll have high IQ guys. We'll have some shot makers. We'll have people that do whatever role we need them to do in order for us to win. I know right now we only have 5 on the roster, but just from those 5, I could tell that, just the roster that KJ's putting together is going to be a competitive one.
Juwan, how's your...
Kevin, go ahead, Sam.
No, you go ahead, Kevin. I'm hogging all the time.
Juwan, how is preparing for this different when, you're not playing as much as you used to, when you're not coming off of, either playing overseas or somewhere else and, I'm thinking too of, when you were at West Virginia, with the program there for a year and working with it. Is it difficult to get back into game mode?
Yes, it's very difficult. Just staying at it, working out every day, getting on the treadmill, lifting weights, trying to get some open gyms and things together around here. And then when the guys get back for college, hopping in their open gyms and stuff like that, it's tough. It's definitely tough. There's some adversity to it, but at the same time, with doing this so long, I know kind of what I need to do to be in shape, and I can kind of gauge where I am around certain times to, kind of hit certain benchmarks to be on point when it's time to go.
And obviously you guys are pretty familiar with each other, but everybody's game evolves, as they go from year to year. Were there things that surprised you about teammates, in past versions of this that like, hey man, that guy didn't do that before, but now he can do these certain things?
Usually it's an IQ factor, especially as everybody plays more and more in their seasons and gains more experience. You kind of see everybody's IQ level continue to grow, and people realize more about the game. And it's kind of unique. Everybody's playing in different countries, so everybody's bringing their different fields and philosophies together, and just helping each other get better as we progress. And even in that short period of time, everybody's learning from each other. So. We definitely know what to expect as far as, hustle and competing, but it's always interesting to see what guys are learning when they're coming back from their seasons.
Kind of piggybacking off of that was a perfect segue to my question, Juwan. How has your game evolved since you left WVU?
I would say my game has evolved in that same aspect as the IQ. I've been doing a lot of coaching and like player development things with players. So that's just helped me step away from playing as much and see the game from a different perspective. And I think that's helped me a lot from an IQ perspective.
How has that coaching kind of changed your perspective? We've seen that on social media. You were training with Sean and a bunch of other guys. How has that changed your perspective as a player?
It changes my perspective just because I'm able to kind of see the game as a whole a little bit more and a little easier. I think when you're a player, you get used to looking from your perspective and trying to see, how can I get better? What can I do to make more shots? What do I need to improve on? But once you start coaching, you see the game more from a team aspect, and kind of like the little things that it takes to help a team win, not necessarily the individual things, but more as a whole.
No,
The important person there we see in the video. So that's a good lead in. How is balancing family been as all part of this? Obviously, I know you had some family, in different places and, trying to get there to, be part of their lives, but also getting your academy going, doing this. Is there enough time in the day?
It's never enough hours in the day that I feel like to do what I need to do, but it's fun. It's a part of the process. Family is always first with me. Family is always first with me. So, that's a big part of what I do and who I am. So I just incorporate it and make it work. It's definitely tough with my daughter not living in the same state as me, but I get there to see her a lot. And, I have her over the summers and they're also able to come to these events and things like this. So, that's always a plus for me, for my kids to get to see me play basketball. I always enjoy that part of it.
Are they getting to the point where they recognize, hey, dad's out there doing something, playing, competing, in games?
Yeah, for sure. Like my son, he's a sponge. He sees everything. He picks up on everything. Like he comes to some practices when I'm coaching and he'll be shooting on his little rim and like telling me, good move, daddy, good move, good pass. So like little things, he's picking up on everything. My daughter, she's not into basketball as much right now. So she's kind of like, when's it time to go home? But this little dude, he picks up on everything. So that's always cool for me.